Welcome to the School of Veterinary Medicine and Science at the University of Nottingham. We believe that our mission is to conduct research into fundamental science, animal health and global sustainability. We educate veterinary surgeons to have a broad impact in animal health and welfare, public health, and also for them to have a wide impact and contribution to the veterinary profession. Our veterinary teaching programme is highly successful. Innovative teaching is delivered in outstanding facilities, maximising the student experience through small group teaching, early clinical exposure, and it's all enhanced by e-learning and e-assessment. We use a community-based clinical model for Year 5 teaching, where our academic staff are placed in our partner clinical institutes, our clinical associates, and that enables us to deliver an excellent learning environment whilst maintaining quality assurance. I hope this short film will give you an idea of the Nottingham Vet School curriculum, how exciting it is, how innovative it is, and what a dedicated group of people that we've got contributing to the curriculum.
Our university, formed by Royal Charter in 1948, features highly in many national and international tables and is ranked within the top 1% of universities worldwide in the QS World University Rankings. We are one of 4 schools in the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, one of 5 faculties at the university. Schools are autonomous, which means that they can make their own strategic, financial and operational decisions, reporting to the Faculty Pro-Vice-Chancellor. We were the first new veterinary school in the UK for 50 years. It was established in 2006 at the University's Sutton Bonington campus, 7 miles south of Nottingham. The school was formed to increase the number of veterinary qualified graduates, provide a regional centre of excellence and broaden the university's portfolio of professional courses. We have a strong emphasis on quality assurance and engagement with stakeholders across the profession. The school has been successful in its innovative, fresh approach to veterinary education.
We're very proud of the educational experience that the students get here at the University of Nottingham. We have accreditation from both the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons and the European Association of Establishments for Veterinary Education, and they commended us on a number of our processes and outcomes when they came to visit. In addition to that, we've won the Aspire Award, a very prestigious award for work with student engagement, and recently won a Guardian newspaper award for a project which is designed to improve our graduates' employability. One of the things we're most proud of is that our students have voted us the best vet school in the UK ever since the school opened, and that's both in the National Student Survey and also in the survey run by the Association of Veterinary Students. So obviously very pleased and proud that our students view us as the best school in the country.
We have 141 academic, administrative and technical staff. 63 are vets. 33 of these have a diploma qualification. We are also joined by staff of our clinical associates. Many of these hold honorary university lecturer status. A high level of investment was made by the University of Nottingham and external government agencies to establish the school and provide ongoing financial support. At our campus, we have research and teaching facilities housed in 3 dedicated state-of-the-art buildings. The academic building is the main hub of the school. Purpose-built, it is the central teaching and research facility. There is a 400-seat lecture theatre, seminar and meeting rooms, and small group teaching rooms. There are 12 research laboratories, including microbiology, virology, bacterial genetics, cellular biology and immunology.
We've got some fantastic facilities at Nottingham Vetschool, particularly the setting that we're in at the moment. The research laboratories are brilliant. We benefit because the school is still such a relatively young school that the facilities haven't aged yet, but also the school's forward thinking, so they're continuing to add facilities, to add buildings, to expand and develop. So you have a broad range of equipment that you can use in the research labs, but there's also space for the undergraduate students when I'm involved in demonstration work and teaching, and they're always keen to keep expanding that space, so there's current work that's ongoing to improve the student experience.
The teaching building provides clinical teaching facilities, including a newly extended dissection room, a purpose-built cadaver surgery suite, as well as small group teaching rooms, a clinical teaching laboratory, clinical skills centre, museum and kennels. Our Gateway building has an extensive seminar and computer room, together with additional staff and postgraduate officers. The school has a dedicated small holding on site, stables, a menage and a small animal unit. The commercial dairy farm is part of the 1,000-acre university farm. Also available on campus is a commercial abattoir. There is an extensive library, student accommodation, sports facilities and a newly built amenities centre with faith rooms. On the edge of our campus are our pathology facilities and our clinical associate for poultry teaching. What makes our vet school so unique is that we have a close working and teaching relationship with 11 clinical associates covering the whole spectrum of veterinary education, such as Twycross Zoo and the Army's Defence Animal Centre. Our academics are placed in these clinical associate practices to deliver and oversee the educational programme. This community-based model has allowed our students to gain access to a high caseload of first opinion and referral practices, which gives our students experience with real-world cases. These clinical associate practices are based in the East Midlands and deliver a unique student experience. For example, Dick White Referrals provides our students with access to a team of 33 specialist consultants. For our core small animal teaching, we have Pride Veterinary Centre, which is part of the Scarsdale Veterinary Group. It has 12 consultation rooms, as well as multiple inpatient wards, procedure and treatment rooms. Students have access to advanced imaging, scanning and viewing rooms and 5 operating theatres. For our core farm animal teaching, we have Scarsdale Veterinary Hospital, who prides itself on offering excellent operating and hospital facilities.
Scarsdale Veterinary Group is one of the largest independent practices in the UK. We're based in Derby predominantly, but our farm animal service extends across the 4 counties of the Midlands. We were one of the first associate practices for Nottingham, and we now offer Nottingham associate levels of teaching in farm, equine, small animal first opinion and small animal referral. The relationship is very positive, mutually beneficial as you might expect. The Nottingham students come in groups of anywhere between 4 and 6. The days are predominantly organised by the Nottingham staff present within the practice, but they also spend the majority of their time working on a one-to-one basis with our own vets, seeing simple first opinion cases, and I think that equips them much better for the workplace in years to come. Our own staff thoroughly enjoy the teaching to the point that some of them have registered to do PG certs in veterinary education. The Nottingham staff that have been placed in the practice are all highly academic, so it gives us a level of expertise we didn't have before, and we're able to offer university level expertise to our entire client base. Scarsdale gains financially, there is no doubt, because Nottingham has financed new equipment, new facilities. It's enabled us to pursue new income streams, look for new cases that we weren't looking at before.
Equine rotations are based out of the superb Oakham Veterinary Hospital, with world-class facilities, including 2 operating theatres, 2 examination facilities, scintigraphy room, standing MRI facility, digital radiography room, 23 horse boxes and reproduction facilities. The student room acts as a workroom and social space. Our teaching of exotics takes place at Twycross Zoo, which has over 1,000 animals of 200 species in over 40 acres. It has the largest collection of primate species of any zoo in the world. The veterinary facilities, funded by the University of Nottingham, include a main preparation and surgery area, a post-mortem room, laboratory facilities, and a dedicated student workroom.
We are very proud of our Nottingham curriculum because we know it produces highly employable vets with excellent knowledge, practical and professional skills. We continually seek to update and refine our curriculum and include advice from a range of external stakeholders in order to ensure we deliver a relevant and engaging student experience. Our excellent and highly qualified teaching staff guide our students effectively through the curriculum, taking full advantage of our great facilities and resources.
Our outcomes-based approach is delivered through many different ways. Teaching is fully integrated and delivered in body system modules, allowing students to visit all aspects of each area, such as anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, and pathology. We have an extensive practical curriculum with plenty of opportunities to practice clinical skills from an early stage in our Clinical Skills Centre. Students often move through several different stations during practicals. For example, during an anatomy practical, using cadaver material, they will carry out dissections in the dissection room, position models for radiography of the relevant structures in the imaging suite, use live animals to identify structures grossly, and then carry out further imaging with ultrasound of live animals. This is a very effective way to integrate clinical material from the very beginning of the course.
The innovative nature of our curriculum is based on the foundation of clinical practice from the very start of the course. And that involvement of clinical practice means they're highly practical and can go out into clinical roles very skilled and able to contribute greatly to those practices.
Workplace-based learning is enhanced through extramural studies. Students undertake 12 weeks of animal health extramural studies and 26 weeks of clinical extramural studies. This exposes them to a range of different workplaces and types of work, and they record their experiences in a portfolio. Assignment of placements is overseen by the dedicated student placement team. Signposting lectures deliver key concepts, and these are then built on during self-directed group learning sessions. We also utilise small group teaching through our clinical relevance sessions, which are our approach to problem-oriented learning. Students work through a clinical case guided by a facilitator, a very active way of learning and engages the students from the outset. We make extensive use of technology throughout our curriculum, from our virtual learning environment, which hosts a wide range of teaching resources, through to online assessment. All students are provided with a laptop computer, and lecturers use online tools to enhance engagement. Full audio-visual facilities are available in all our teaching rooms, including visualisers in the dissection room.
I joined Nottingham in 2007, graduating with honours in 2012. I chose Nottingham for its excellence in farm animal teaching, and I never regretted the decision. I found the course inspiring, the staff were incredibly knowledgeable and dedicated. The culture of the school is such that students are highly valued and respected. Students are involved in all major curriculum decisions.
During first and second year, students undertake personal and professional skills teaching, developing communication, team working, ethical reasoning and research skills. The Animal Health and Welfare module introduces them to key concepts and a range of handling practicals, ensuring they are fully prepared for animal husbandry placements. Third year begins with a 12-week independent research project. This immersive experience ensures our students develop critical thinking and reasoning skills alongside an understanding of the scientific research process. They return to the core curriculum after Christmas and undertake the consolidation module, Principles of Veterinary Science, followed by Veterinary Public Health. The clinical and professional skills module is a practically oriented preparation for the clinical phase of the course, with hands-on practical teaching and core concepts in anaesthesia. Year 4 allows the students to revisit the body systems. Practical teaching is again a core element of this, alongside a lot of case-based learning and consolidation of knowledge.
So now in Year 4 we're moving on to more clinical things, so in our previous 3 years we've learned all about the normal body and how it should work, and now we're moving on to how it goes wrong, problems that can occur and sort of what to look out for, and then you can try and diagnose and treat them.
Students also undertake a business skills module, which culminates in working in teams on a struggling practice scenario and pitching their ideas to a dragon's den. They also continue to develop communication and consultation skills with actors in simulated sessions. Final year is lecture-free. Students work in small groups placed in our clinical associate practices. They rotate through different species and specialities with an emphasis on first opinion work, with exposure to referral practice as well. This allows them to consolidate their knowledge and practice their clinical skills in a controlled environment. Wherever possible, students take the lead on cases and work directly with clients under supervision. This ensures that they are able to develop their clinical reasoning and case management skills alongside communication and teamworking in a very supportive environment.
Final year is a great opportunity for us to apply our knowledge and work alongside primary care vets as well as specialists at the clinical associate practices like here at Twycross Zoo. I've seen a huge range of cases, which is a great way for me to practice my skills and improve. It's great that we have Nottingham staff at the practices to ensure that we're always getting the best teaching, and the clinical associate staff are also great at getting us involved in cases. I feel that the emphasis on primary care practice is preparing me brilliantly for my future career, but also exposure to referral level practice has sparked my interest in potentially working as a specialist in the future.
The majority of our students are admitted at aged 18, although some may apply already having had an appropriate first degree. We have a programme offering an additional foundation year, encouraging applications from high achievers with a non-science background and actively seeking applications from candidates who would not ordinarily be represented in the profession. This may include those whose school had a low progression into higher education or are the first member of their family to enter higher education. We assess integrity, empathy, resilience in the form of pre-screening questionnaires and consider further on our assessment day for teamworking, practical skills and interpersonal attributes. We work hard to ensure that the unique culture of the school is apparent from their first contact with us and aim to ensure a smooth transition to university life. Our students are key stakeholders in curriculum development, and we engage them in all aspects of change and review. They are central to every decision we make. Our quality assurance processes are overseen by the university and ensure a continual cycle of feedback and improvement.
We've worked really hard to align the students' assessment with their learning within the curriculum. And to do this, we have an assessment strategy which comprises of 3 strands: knowledge, skills and professionalism. We also place a lot of emphasis on feedback to students through formative assessment within all modules. We have a variety of different assessment methods, but we place a real emphasis on online and electronic assessments. We also have a very robust quality assurance strategy as well, and this includes both our internal and external examiners and work both before the assessments and post-exam.
Knowledge assessments take place online using Rogo, our e-assessment tool. We use multiple choice questions in different formats and assess knowledge application in short answer and clinical reasoning questions. ROGO provides a strong quality assurance function and allows us to map our MCQs to learning outcomes, which provides students with detailed feedback on their performance. Assessment of practical skills is also very important. We progress students through objective, structured clinical exams in early years, directly observed procedural skills exams they carry out when in final year, which are an extremely valid way to measure their skill levels. The portfolio forms the main element of professionalism assessment. Students use the online tool PebblePad from day one to record their learning, and every year they must submit this for assessment as a must-pass element of the curriculum. The emphasis is on developing their reflective skills to prepare them for professional life, and the annual feedback they receive and discuss with their tutor is an essential component. During final year, their professionalism is also assessed in each workplace, and the portfolio is defended in a viva.
So each year we survey our graduates to ask them about their preparedness for clinical practice. Did we actually achieve what we set out to do? Have we met the demands of modern day clinical practice, or are we still reviewing what we thought was important? And that information is really important in ensuring our curriculum stays up to date and relevant, and has already been useful in changing parts of the curriculum and increasing, for example, amounts of surgical exposure through the development of additional rotations in final year.
Our school has a strong track record in research. We were ranked second in the United Kingdom in the government's recent Research Excellence Evaluation. We secure competitive grant funding from national and international agencies, including the UK government's research councils, the European Union, and indeed the federal government. We prioritise multidisciplinary collaborative research, both with colleagues here at the University of Nottingham, other universities in the United Kingdom, and internationally. As a school, we've identified 4 strategic research areas: 1 virology, diagnostics and therapeutics, pathogen functional genomics, and ruminant population health. For example, our ruminant population health group is composed of 19 academics who have secured over £10 million of grant income over the last 10 years. Most recently, £2.7 million to support the establishment of the Centre for Innovation and Excellence in Livestock, which is promoting adult dairy, welfare and production. All of our clinicians are involved in delivering teaching in our undergraduate curriculum. As a research-informed university, we want our graduates to be research engaged. All of our undergraduates participate in a 12-week research project in all diverse areas of veterinary medicine, including veterinary education research. Many of our undergraduate projects have contributed to peer-reviewed publications and have been presented at international conferences as abstracts.
The school offers postgraduate certificate, Masters of Research and PhD programmes across the range of its research interests, including veterinary education. Research includes basic and fundamental research in the areas of animal health and welfare.
My time at Nottingham started in 2007 when I joined the school as an undergraduate on the veterinary degree. I qualified in 2012 and graduated with honours, and then from that point decided to go into mixed veterinary practice. So I spent 18 months working as a mixed vet before coming back to the school in 2015 to start a Masters by Research degree. I really enjoyed that, so then what I decided to do was to continue on to do a PhD study. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm lucky that my PhD is part of the doctoral training programme, so this means that it's slightly different to your normal PhD. So we have a training period in our first year, and what that means is we go with different research laboratories, we do different skill sets, and it really gives you that chance to kind of consolidate some skills before you start your research project proper. So as part of my PhD, I'm supervised by a team of 3 supervisors. We have 2 supervisors who are internal to the school, and then a 3rd supervisor who's external and can provide a different perspective on things.
In addition, there are opportunities for non-laboratory-based research in epidemiology, bioinformatics and biostatistics. Our clinical postgraduate programme offers 1-year internships, PG certificates in veterinary medicine, 3-year residencies, MVM or MVS, and 4-year clinical research degrees, DVetMed and DVetSurg. Internship and residency programmes are offered across the species and are based at clinical associates and the school. We have a total of 20 postgraduates undertaking clinical postgraduate programmes, commonly in parallel study towards diplomat status.
I found the skills and experiences I gained whilst at Nottingham were highly valued by employers and allowed me to gain a job at one of the UK's top farm animal practices. After 4 years in clinical practice, the opportunity arose to join the farm animal department as a clinical resident, and I jumped at the chance. Since then I've been spending blocks of time at the vet school focusing on research and time here at Scarsdale on clinical work, and I really enjoy teaching the students. The arrangement really suits me because it means I have time to focus on my academic commitments as well as gaining my clinical experience.
Student support is of vital importance to us here at the vet school, and we're really keen that all of our 688 students are able to reach their full potential and are able to access the support to allow them to do this. And we have a proactive, dedicated welfare team that consists of senior tutors and also specialist admin staff. We're able to access university support such as counselling and study support, and also able to access external agencies for more complex issues if required. All students are a member of a vet family, and this consists of the tutor and all of their tutees across the whole course. The school has timetable tutorials within the personal and professional skills module, and each tutorial is structured to ensure that each student has the same quality experience.
Academic support is provided by the school and provides support to learning through a number of means, including a Student Progress Committee for support of students with academic difficulties. Students are also able to have access to a central university support service, such as dyslexia support. Students have a strong sense of community within the school and the wider Sutton Bonington campus.
I love the campus. It's a relatively small campus, but I feel that it gives it that community feel, and I do feel proud to be a part of SB.
Nottingham vet students, as with all, have to work hard. We also think it's important to have a good social and sports life as well, and so all vet students here are part of VetSoc. Being part of VetSoc means that we sort of can attend a lot of socials, but it also means that we can get involved with a lot of fundraising events. So we do a lot of charity for the PDSA this year, and we've helped organise the Robin Hood Marathon, which is always very popular. We also organise the Big Vet Little Vet scheme, where we partner a first year up with a second year so that you can chat if you've got any problems when you first arrive here, because it is quite an intense course. Being part of VetSoc means that you can go along to clinical club talks for each of the main species areas, so they're held throughout the year, and it also entitles you to go into the socials that we organise throughout the year, the highlight of which is our annual Vet Ball, which is always a really big success.
I hope that this short film has given you a flavour of the University of Nottingham Vet School to illustrate to you our exciting facilities, our innovative curriculum, our dedicated members of staff, and how all of those things combined enable our students to meet the global challenges that they will face in the future.